But I saw that they're doing. I'm really excited about the the Loki.
Oh yeah,
That's gonna be sick.
I'm
And
really excited about the new Iron Man drink though.
yeah. There's Don Cheadle's doing an Armor Wars TV show, which is gonna look dope. And then they have Iron Heart, who is the next
Yes.
character to have the Iron Man suit in the comics.
what about I saw the What If series.
That looks pretty gnarly too.
That looks sick.
I
I had those
that.
comic books.
Yeah, the What Ifs was really cool too, and the fact that they're doing that is pretty cool.
It's dope.
Yeah, man. I'm as a nerd like me is pretty excited right now. So, are we live yet? Or we're live.
We are live.
Gosh.
We are live.
I'm just sitting here like just talking smack. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about WandaVision and Marvel Universe, even though we're supposed to be talking about beats. This is 3 beats later. Did I just like volunteer to start the show?
Yeah, you did. It sounds like it.
Are we waiting for E to get back, or are we just going?
Nah, just go right into it.
All right. Matthew McConaughey. My name is Piso Ertzon. I'm here with Grimace Beatsmith and Cheeky CP and Education Beats. We actually don't really say our names that much, so I'll say that one more time. I'm Piso Ertzon. That is Grimace Heatsmith. That is Cheeky CP. And we also have Education on the beats. We are 4 producers who hang out and we make beats because I guess we're good at it and it's fun. And we are presenting these beats for you weekly through different challenges and through different expressions of instrumental music. We try to cover all genres. We try to challenge ourselves by doing different tasks every week. This week is episode 32.
Yeah.
Dirty 32.
32.
And this week we're actually going to be presenting some cymatic beats. Now you're like, what is cymatics? Well, cymatics is a how do I describe it? A beat loop pack.
Cymatics is a loop. Cymatics is a powerhouse, man.
Yeah, pretty much got a lot of stuff.
They have kits, they have sounds, they have drum kits, loop kits, they have software. They have this really dope 808 software that like expands your 808. They have tons of stuff. But the biggest thing they're known for is being one of the #1 free loop, quality free loop websites in the production game right now. So Cymatics is killing it.
If you're a producer and you like to sample, but you realize that it's really difficult to sample stuff without, getting sued or having to pay a ton of money for royalties, people like Cymatics put out these packs that have royalty-free loops, which means you can sample them all you want. And I think it's kind of interesting because essentially it's the same thing as sampling as you normally would because you have access to the same samples that other producers have, but it's a much smaller group of people that you're basically sharing these samples with. So and also if you're a producer who knows how to flip a sample and make it sound unique and sound original, I think it's great to have all of these royalty-free loops at your disposal. And the way they present them to you, they break them down by into stems, so they separate the sounds for you, and there's all different types of genres, and they have samples so you can test them before you buy them and stuff. And it's a really cool situation, and I'm starting to lean more towards loop packs. My ego was kind of like, no, I'm not going to just use these loops. I'm going to do my own thing. But someone like me who doesn't have a ton of musical, like classical trained musicianship, it's good to have like MIDI files and like loops that I can just play around with, because I've gotten pretty crafty at flipping samples. So now I'm flipping samples that are royalty free. So I just feel more liberated in that sense. I can do whatever I want with these beats, and I can then sell them and use them and actually profit from them without worrying about samples. So it's kind of a hack. It's a good hack for a producer to be able to mess around. So anyway,
you know what? I was just gonna say about the ego stuff. I mean, absolutely. There's a lot of ego involved with a producer who hasn't really touched sample packs or loop packs or anything like that, and they get involved. And there's a lot of that like internal, like, should I do this? Should I not? Yeah. But I feel you on that. Is what I'm trying to say.
No, I
It's the
feel
same
you.
thing anyway.
Right.
I mean, there's something, for one, you have to recognize that sampling is a talent. It's a skill that takes a lot of time to learn, just like playing an instrument. So if you're sampling a lot, don't think that you're not being a musician.
Creative.
You're still creating, music, and taking these samples and being able to manipulate them and stuff. I think it's just a great opportunity to grow as a producer. So with that being said, this is the second week we're actually taking a stab at Cymatics stuff. Some of you people who listen to us, some of you fans listen to us a lot, might be wondering where our wheel went. We're still gonna do wheel stuff. We're still gonna do challenges at some point, but we're trying to mix things up and not make every week about a specific challenge. Trying to take some opportunities to spread our wings and do some more music stuff. But I believe that we are going to use the wheel this week to select who goes first. So the wheel returns. Dun, 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 dun. Return of the wheel.
The wheel is back. Here it
No.
is.
Wheel on the wheel goes
This one's on
round
top.
and
This is a
round.
quote from Game of Thrones. This one's on top, and that one's on top. Like spokes in the wheel. It's time to break the wheel. Let's break the wheel, y'all.
So this week we're gonna use it to see who goes first. Who wants?
Watch it land on me now.
How many? Do we get a dummy spin? Or
No, no
five
dummy
spins.
spins.
Five
No
dummy
dummy
spins.
Straight through. Straight through.
Absolutely
No,
no dummy
five
spins.
dummies. Five
No,
dummy
no one
spins.
wants to
Nah.
see that. No
Five
one,
dummy. Yes, they love this.
No.
That's the whole point of the wheel.
no one
You
likes
gotta
dummy
feature the
spins.
wheel.
We're just trying to
Yes,
see who
we
goes
love
first.
dummy spins. More
One dummy spin. One dummy
Hashtag
spin.
dummy spins.
It's slowly compromising.
Because I just want us to start. You know
All right, we're doing
so.
one dummy spin. Here it is, and then we're gonna see who goes.
If you want more dummy spins, please, tweet us and stuff.
Please tweet us how many.
Cash
dummy
App Pete.
Thank
Cash App Pete show.
Thank God. Thank God for the dummy spin.
Oh my
There we go.
goodness.
It's official.
It's an inside job.
It's gonna come right back though.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right. So wait. So
The
look,
wheel has spoken.
but you didn't win though, Pete, because we're gonna go clockwise. So
What?
whoever got picked, we're going clockwise to finish.
I thought we just keep spinning the wheel in between each round.
No, you go next.
Wait a minute.
And-
Wait.
Shiki gonna have to play 4 beats.
We're going
straight.
clockwise. So Shiki,
I know, right?
you
keep coming up to
premise and me. So it's,
Yo,
No, listen, I could
what
update
type of
it.
time? Yeah, we'll just update the wheel and give
I
it
can
another
update
spin.
it. It'll be no problem at all.
And then
I think. All right, fine. Whatever, man.
nice.
He'll play all his
All right.
tonight.
Okay, so wait, real quick. If y'all like what we're doing as far as spinning the wheel in between the sets, let us know, because that's something we could definitely do to keep it mixed up. If you don't like it, thumbs down. If you love it, thumbs up. But after you subscribe, after you hit the bell, and after
Smash
you
the like
share
button.
and follow and all those dope things, make sure that you stay tuned in, because we like to keep it fun. We also keep it educational and entertaining. So
Yeah, and if you are a producer or you know some other producers, just spread the word.
Spread the word.
If you're really into dummy spins, like if that's your thing, you'll holler.
if you're really into cheating.
If you're really into dummy spins,
like if some people might be into it. I'm as you can see, I'm into dummy spins. So
there's listen. There's a lot of weird things online, but I promise you'll not find a forum online called "We Like Dummy Spins."
It's gonna be for people who like to mess around at the roulette table and stuff. Like you go into the
Oh my gosh,
the casino.
All
You're
right.
like, hey, can I get a dummy spin first?
Next time you go to the casino, say that.
All right, okay.
But yeah.
I'm muting up now.
I'm gonna give you a dummy spin right in the back.
I'm gonna mute up now, y'all.
That's definitely. We found another thing to chant, by the way, other than headphone change. It's dummy spin. Dummy spin. All right, here we go.
Mute.
Everybody mute your engines. This is episode 32. I can't believe it. 32 episodes. And this is the Cymatics contest part 2. I think beats are due, I don't even know, pretty soon by the end of the week. So this is actually going to be the beat that I'm going to submit. So I'm just going to make sure my audio is connected before I hit play. There's a lot to go through here, but I'm going to try to keep it as quick as possible. So I'm going to play it and I'm going to walk you through. Okay. So that's the beat. All right. This beat is inspired by last week's episode where we coined the term Afro chill. And we are in the middle of making a playlist. So this beat is actually going to go on our somewhat chill playlist. So a couple of things are going on. I'm really going to try to get through this quick, and I'm going to play just the beat because the beat is semi Afrobeats kind of flavored. So that's kind of what I was going for, but I wanted to be a little bit more laid back. So I basically made like an Afrobeats track, but kind of calmed it down. And I got tons of effects going on, so I think that's why you hear the glitch going on in the beat, because Logic is starting to act up a little bit. But really, when you break it down, what I'm using the Cymatics drum loop, which is titled, it's way down here, Cymatics Solstice A-sharp minor drums. So if you listen to just the drums, it's like a really funky, kind of cool drum beat. Which sounds like this. So I chopped those drums, and that's how you hear all the different drum sections up here, which I've started to get a little bit more into taking a drum loop and cutting the loop and using all the drums within that loop, because everything kind of goes together. The kick sounds good, the hi-hat sounds good, the snare sounds good. They all kind of like are in this little sonic realm, and they sound tasty together. So I just redid that, flipped it. And you can even hear like the drum roll in the second half of this right here, which is in there sneakily. Anyway, so Afrobeats has that woodblock clave. I had that going on. I also recorded some live tambo, and I put in the shekere. And one of the cool things was I went to beatstars.com and I downloaded a kit that was a cajon, and that's what you hear right here. So I played this out in MIDI and just messed with it until it kind of gave it a little bit of like a swingy vibe to it. And that's within the drums, that's in the background with the tambo and everything. So when you load everything together, it gives it, a little bit of swing plus the Afrobeats thing is going on, right? One of the tricks that I always do is I hit the AI drummer on Logic, and I use those to make these little fills, but then I affected them pretty heavily. So it kind of sounds like a little bit of sound design stuff is going on. Then the rest is just messing with this other sample. With this is Cymatics Sixth Sense. This is part of the Zodiac pack. Again, so now I'm just using really just two main things, a loop, a drum loop, and then what you hear in the very beginning of this intro. So that just gives some kind of atmosphere. And I took that sample and I slowed it down and reversed it. And then basically I heard like 4 different chords in that little loop. So I built the rest of the song over those 4 different chords. And then I had to pull out the guitar. So the main 2 guitar parts that you hear are just playing throughout. So I'm just looping these things. That's the first one. This is the second right here. Then I added some bass. This is me playing guitar and playing bass together. And then I affected everything. Added a lot of filtering. Some automated chords. Automated effects are happening. And then we go back into it. So that's the beat. That's the Cymatics beat for the challenge. I'm gonna submit that and then add it to our playlist. I'm gonna open it up to everybody.
Yo, Core, this beat was pure flames. It was pure fire.
Fire.
I like how much you had going on in here.
You really got your lighter up.
It's a candle.
It's a candle.
I scented a candle. It smells sweet, just like this beat. I like the use of the live drum kind of feel. I thought you were using the AI drummer, but you're using Cymatics, so that's dope that they even have that. I didn't even find that in the when I was looking through the patches. So
yeah, there's
kudos to you for throwing that in there. Nice use of the wood block, nice use of the vocal. I love all that stuff. That's my jam. I love those type of accents. So bravo, fantastic job. I hope you win.
Love it, man. I think the whole arrangement of it was fantastic, bro. I love the drum arrangement too. It's crazy.
Appreciate that. Yeah,
like I think you're becoming like our token island boy. You know what I'm saying? Like
yes,
you're our sound boy. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Sound boy.
Yo, I swear, because it's like you're digging into this pocket very hard, and it's really dope to find, to see the things you come up with and the way you incorporate those things into all of the challenges that we do. And I think it's really dope. And then you add like your own playing on top of it, which makes it even better.
Appreciate that. Yeah, man. And one thing I'll say too is I added those vocals. You're right, which is this right here. That's another Cymatics. This is part of Zodiac Eternity. I don't even know the name of it. Let's see if I could get the name. Eternity 79 BPM C sharp minor. So I just took that sample of the female singer and I sped it up 4 times to get that little. And that's what you hear throughout pretty much the whole song is this little sample here. And again, I took this kind of inspired by a lot of Afrobeat stuff where you hear somebody kind of going, bo, 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 right? In this version, it's.
Okay. You pulled a fast one on us.
And then, so that's 3 Cymatics loops that I use for this beat. And then one teaser I'll say is that I made an Afrobeats track about a month ago or 2 months ago, and I hooked up with this artist based out of Kenya, and he recorded some music for me. So I think what I'm going to do is not only will this beat be on the playlist, but I think I'm going to go back to that same artist and do another track with him, because
that's what's up.
What I want to do is put out something that's like Sound Boy, Island Boy inspired. That's just like a small resume builder of like 5-6 tracks of stuff that I'm building. That's like reggaetonish and Afrobeats inspired and all the other kind of like cumbia stuff that I play around with. All right, passing the mic, and I'm gonna spin the wheel.
But spin the wheel, man.
We're gonna spin
the wheel of spin.
The
wheel will reveal the truth.
Okay, hang on one
Only
second.
The wheel.
Okay, P.
Will provide
the wheel.
Update this.
You think so? You think the wheel will reveal? Who you think is next, P?
The wheel will reveal.
It's not gonna be me. I can guarantee it's not.
No dummy spins. We just
wait.
No more dummy spins.
No dummy spins.
Okay, here we go. You ready?
Yep.
4 dummy spins. This is a dummy spin.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Is everybody ready?
Yeah. Did you take dummy? Hey, no. We're not ready. Why am I on here twice?
Dummy spin.
You know what? I'm gonna go next.
He's on there twice.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Oh man,
I'll just go, man.
All right, here we go. Here we go. And we're spinning.
They spinning.
That was a weak spin, bro.
Guys, it went halfway around.
That joint went halfway.
It was like that.
I felt like P had his finger on the wheel when this.
Right, he did. How much did you pay Corey to make that spin?
Dodged another bullet. I told y'all it wasn't gonna be me.
Grimace.
Oh man,
but I'm very happy. It's Grimace. Ooh, look at the Halloween colors.
Halloween.
Listen, wow, I'm about to mute up.
Muting up.
All right, fellas.
Too many tracks. I'm nervous.
What I have. And here we go. Cymatics. So my idea for this was to just try to be a little different. Didn't want the sample to be so, obvious when I put it down. So what I did was I took this, which one? What's the name of this loop? Cymatics. Hold on, let me find this. Was that Culture? It's a Culture loop, I believe. And what I did was I reversed it and chopped it up, you know what I'm saying? As you hear right here in this segment, I have recorded it. What I did was I re-recorded it because I wanted a certain effect on it. So what I did was I added peel on it just to bring out the mid-highs, erase the lows, so it stand out a little bit, and I recorded it and just, added a basic EQ on top of it to take out some of the heavy mids that was in it, smooth it out a little bit, and that was it for the sample. Just chop it up. I could play, let me play for the original chop up, let you hear it from So that's what I did with that, and got a native bass line from Ableton, and added on. I like my bass lines deep, as you guys know, real heavy. So I'm a big guy. I like heavy stuff. So I try to I always like, the boom bap flavor, but I always want to add like a heavier bass to it, like a newer, heavier bass, not like the old school bass. Actually, just try to keep it a little bit modern with the bass. And I try to use like natural sounds on some of the percussion. Shout out to Ilman again. Nice percussion, sound I have in here, just a little knock. Also, you hear the shakers, the natural shakers, add behind it, mess with the velocity up and down, make it sound a little natural. And basic drums and kick. I also used another sample from Cymatics, which was, let me bring it up full, was vocal chop falling. I used that on there, which is this, chopped it up a little bit. Mix it down a little bit. I just basic, I put a high pass on it, a native plugin from Ableton, put a high pass and a basic EQ on it. Just let it stand out a little bit. And in the beginning, what I did was I wanted to switch it up a little bit, bring some of the original. What I did was I did transpose up in automation form. And what I did was I took the same pattern I played here and I duplicated it, but I put the sample back to its original form. So that's what you hear when it drops. It's just something spontaneous, nothing, spectacular. Just want to switch it up a little bit. And basically the kick, it's a shake of behind the snare, laid with the snare. I try to use everything natural in the percussion. I also used another long shaker on here from, one of my Ilman black kits, which is so official. Just in the background layer, add a little spice to it. And that's my snare right there. It's down, chopped up. Nice kick, basic kick, but that's it. I kept it real simple. I've added some chords in here. I layered some chords. As you hear, I layered it with this one. Turned it down a little bit, so gives it a little feeling, make it a little bigger than what it is. But that's it. I kept it real simple, not too many tracks, what I'm saying? I wanted the sample to stand out more than anything. So I just kept it nice and simple. And that's it, man. Questions.
Yo.
Again, Grimace comes through.
Oh, appreciate it, fellas.
Just
appreciate it.
Steps on everybody.
Yo, I'm like,
slaps.
Listen, man.
It slaps. This is very like, yo, ready to rap. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
just ready for some bars. It's one of those beats that be nice for an intellectual rapper to really open up and get and dig into it. So
do you know any intellectual rappers? P, it sounds very pitch like. It sounds very pitch like what you're saying there.
Man,
it sounds
I really
like
wish
he's just
I
ready
did.
for an intellectual rapper to rap on.
Intellectual
his
rapper.
email addresses.
I try, I always been taught to lay out beats in song form. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it's like a habit to lay it out.
Yeah,
16 bars, sequence, and hook, and stuff like that. So
I also really like the snare. The snare pops really well.
Well, all the drums.
And I appreciate it. And what I did was I also, what I like to do for certain beats like this is I'll take the snare and I'll just shift it over, probably like a micro, just to give it a nice little swing. I go all the way to, maybe 5, or there's just to give it a minor swing to it.
Yeah.
So it's not flat.
I do the same thing.
Yeah.
Draw it in, right? You're like kind of just especially if I have 2 snares, I will draw the one snare a little bit further to the right of the bar, and then I'll draw the left snare or the one just a hair to the left of the bar.
Yeah.
So then you get that like flam sound.
Yeah.
Which is like a clap, the clap.
It's like a natural bang, like like somebody trying to keep up and hit 2 snares at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it sounds dope. It makes the snare sound more full to me.
And it, in fact, drummers, when they hit the snare, sometimes they will purposefully have the stick hit the actual rim of the drum head, right? And then the tip of the stick is actually hitting the skin.
Yeah.
So you actually do, sometimes you can hear like a clap, like a clap. So those 2 things are actually happening just like that. One right before the line and one right after the line.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So,
wow. Nice.
This is sick.
Anything about what you guys are talking about? I don't even know how to make beats. After that beat, I don't even know how to make beats. Like, what is this show we're on?
This is what we're talking about.
What are we talking about?
I got a drumstick right here.
Well, no, that's dope, bro. I like it a lot.
I have a chicken drumstick.
You said a chicken drumstick, bro. Oh man.
This is sick. So you're submitting this, right?
I don't know.
What?
This is definitely, I want to put it on the chill, playlist.
Yeah.
Laid back, because it got that chill vibe, you know what I'm saying? But it also has a vibe to where, artists can jump on it and spit, and make a song out of it.
And this is 86 BPM?
Yeah. Yeah, a little slow, but nice little vibe, chill vibe,
Yeah, I'm feeling it.
I like this one, man.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. So, off to the wheel, guys. So
do we have to? Can we just like flip a coin at this point? Like,
may the best man lose.
May the best man lose.
Here we go. It's happening. No dummy spins.
I don't want it.
I feel like that's spunked around more than mine did.
He just moved it with the mouse. Thanks.
He
was completely fair.
I feel the bookies is in, bro. Bookies is in.
And you guys try to flex with me on the dummy spins, and look, it just led to your own demise.
We tried to flex with you. Yo,
let me do the dummy spin.
Next time, dummy spin might help you.
All right. I'm gonna go, man. Since I'm stuck going after Grimace, I guess I'm gonna have to bring my A game. So
I'm excited.
Mute your engines.
I don't know if this is going to be the one that he's going to submit, but he's sitting on like 4 or 5 beats here.
Whoa. Okay, you're right. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and play this joint real quick. No audio?
No audio.
No audio.
Okay, good, because I wasn't even playing the right thing. All right, here we go. right, so this joint I printed. So all right, so you didn't see it moving on here because what I noticed is that whenever I play my beats back, if I have a lot of VSTs in it, it crashes my CPU. So basically I had to bump it down to a separate track and then play it. So what I'm gonna do now is break down each section of the track. So this is the vocal sample that I got from Cymatics right here.
Away, 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 way, way.
So that's the vocal track that you hear throughout the track. I kind of use it as like the hook, but what I did was I took that vocal and I built the beat around that. That's the only thing that I really grabbed off of there as far as from the Zodiac challenge. And so I kind of just put everything in around it. I played around that. So I'm gonna show you the first. So the next thing I did with the sample is this right here. So I took it and I put resonators on it. Resonators kind of like masks the sample a little bit, but it does a lot of other interesting things, which I can't break down now because we don't have time, but I'm going to play it and you'll hear what the difference is. So it allows it to be buried into the beat and be more melodic versus it being vocal completely. So it kind of helps. It's playing through the whole beat the whole time. You only hear it when I bring up the forefront one. So I take the resonators off and you hear it for like the chorus. But throughout the beat, I let like that bleed through come through in the beat. So it kind of gives it some texture. And so then from there, we go into like the main keys that I played for the main part of the track. So those, and then the bass line, I'll play a couple things together right here. So these are kind of the solid parts you hear throughout most of the beat. So those are like really what's carrying the track as far as melody goes, and everything else kind of just bounced it off of those things. So really with the orchestra, what I did is kind of played this specific one right here was kind of like my baby when it came to this track. So this is just like a xylophone just playing. So I wanted to keep the rhythm of the track, but I didn't want to add a hi-hat. So I let the rhythm of the track be buried into the xylophone. So it's very low in the track, but it carries that same rhythmic flow that a hi-hat would carry. And I wanted to kind of be unique and not have a hi-hat or 808 in this track. So I put that in there and it kind of carries it the whole way through. And then I have this piano right here, kind of like went Dr. Dre style on this piano. And so what this does, it kind of like gives that stab vibe. But I got it buried back. I have a reverb on there called ambient. And so what it does is it makes it sound like it's distant, but certain parts of the song, when the other busy parts are low, you hear this bleeding through. So it almost sounds like it's only playing at certain times, but it's playing throughout a lot of the track. So like very rarely, like towards the end of a bar, you'll hear the piano go, da, 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 but it's playing the whole time. So that's doing that. And then I got the choir going and doing the same thing. It's very subtle, so it's not something that's going to be disruptive, but it adds like more of a feel to it and controls the vibe. And then this right here is my string section. Shout out to Spitfire Labs as well for this right here. So that's that right there. And then we get to the drums real quick. Drums, and we go here. So I grabbed a let me see what this loop is. 1 second. So there's a Cymatics loop that I grabbed for this one. So that's the loop that I grabbed, and I just grabbed it and chopped it. So I just basically took the tracks, throw them on a simpler, and if you use Ableton, simpler kind of splices everything. Every program really has a splicer. So you drop your sample in there and you can control each individual sound. So I'm just replaying a beat that I want with the same drum sounds from that loop. So big shout out to Cymatics on that one. It's not from the Zodiac pack, but is from Cymatics. And lastly, I just want to give you play this flute right here. The flute that kind of comes in and gives a little bit of texture as well.
Of course, the flute.
So that's the track, man.
Damn, E. I'm not even gonna let you pass the mic over. You body.
No. Wait. And now the joke's on P for having to go next.
Dang, the tables have turned, or have they not? Yeah, I'm definitely mad I had to go last, or even just following that. Shoot, any place that would have put me after this beat would have been last place,
bro.
But no. Honestly, this shows. I feel like this is like the amalgamation of 32 weeks of E in the dungeon making beats. It seems like you used all of the techniques and skills from previous weeks that you've learned and taught us in this one beat alone. So it really shows that you're growing as a producer, and really, calling you the notorious VST before a reason, because you're really utilizing all the different add-ons and plugins that Ableton provides. So, bravo, bro. This is a really polished beat.
Yeah.
And I think it's a contender. I mean, that's better than the beats I was listening to on the website today. So, I mean, shoot, that joint sounds like a contender to me, bro.
Appreciate it, man.
And I just will say that to take a vocal melody and to deconstruct and kind of like reverse engineer something like that is another feat too, to kind of like hear where she was going melody wise, and then building the chord structure around it is another thing. But a couple things. I got questions too, so apologies. It's gonna be a second here.
It's gonna be a second here.
It's gonna be a second. First off, those violins sound crazy. I mean, that is just wild, and that's Labs again. I mean, I really need to get my.
Yeah, you got to get with Labs. This one is not in the free pack. This is not with one of the free ones in Cymatics. It is only $29. It's called Epic. Hold on, let me pull it up. Tell you real quick. This one is, and it's definitely worth it. If you do any kind of scoring, it's the original Epic strings, and it's for scoring. So, like, if you listen to a movie score, those strings hit harder than most songs. So I like using those in songs because it gives you that theatrical, focus, that build up.
Mm-hmm. I will say also that the it's super subtle, and I've been really messing with like a lot of subtle effects and stuff like that, but the like resonators that you mentioned, I could kind of hear how it helps the vocals like sit in the mix without washing it away, maybe.
Right.
Where if you like get too heavy handed with the reverb, you could really like just lose where the singer is.
Right.
And that kind of like allows those harmonics in the track to kind of almost like, it feels like it like glues it together a little bit to the track. So everything in this track is crispy. And the last thing I'll say is like, it feels like this is not a diss in any way, but it's like really like simple to the ear to understand, you know what I mean? As a song, it's just like, it's straightforward. That's what I mean to say. It's like very much like you hear it one or two times through, and it's just like you want to hear it again and again.
Oh, I appreciate it. I get what you mean too. Like it doesn't take you away to understand it. I get what you mean.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? I'm gonna tell you a secret about this beat. So when I first heard this, real quick, when I first heard the sample or the vocal sample, I played the vocal sample and I'm like, yo, what am I gonna do with this?
Away.
The first thing I did was, which lucky me, I threw on the resonators. And when you throw on the resonators, you hear the melody in there. And I built the melody around what I heard. So I grabbed those notes I heard from the resonation. I made that up. The notes I heard from the notes I heard in that little bleed through. I was like, okay, this is a note that obviously goes well with this song. So let me use these notes to build my chords and build my structure around that. So resonators actually saved my life on this track because I was able to find the notes that really blended well with the track.
Yeah, that's dope, bro.
That's dope. I'm gonna use that tactic now.
Yeah. Bravo on this one. This is great.
I love the xylophone and bass line. The swing on them joints is crazy, bro.
Thank you, bro.
Crazy.
Oh, boy.
Now for the last spin. You want dummy spin?
Last spin.
Yeah.
You want a dummy spin now, sir?
372 dummy spins, please.
Yo, that might be a new side producer name for you.
Dummy spin.
Dummy spin.
I'll take it.
DJ Dummy Spin.
Yo, I think P has the most names of anybody on this show. Like Knob Master, DJ P. So,
Oh yeah.
all right, gentlemen. Mute your engines as I.
Oh, you changed the color?
You know, I change the color every week.
How do you do that?
You go into preferences, settings, and you do it there.
Okay.
I might keep this lavender. I feel like this spoke to me creatively.
This makes me feel like the Moon Tones album cover.
Good call.
Or not, sorry, the Gateway to Greatness. My bad.
Well, both those are purple, so.
Okay.
So gentlemen, if you would mind muting your engines. My name is Peter Ortone. This is my Cymatics beat. Thank you very much.
Wait.
What?
Can you scroll up some?
He said, wait.
Scroll up.
Is this like tracked out?
Headphone change.
Is this tracked out?
Is this arranged? No, it's not.
No,
it's not.
Okay. I was about to, bro, you was about to get extra props.
Yeah.
Before the beat even played, I'm muting up now. My bad.
You can't, don't spit on the name of DJ Piso with suggesting an arranged track.
I have arranged tracks before. Who's to say this one isn't?
In my former life.
Who said about former life?
Who's to say this one isn't arranged? And maybe I'm just hiding the arrangement. All right. So this is Piso, and this is my Cymatics track. And switching headphones. Thank you very much. Here we go, y'all.
how it works. That's 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 how it works.
All right, let me switch my headphones. Sorry, y'all. All right, so I had a lot of fun with the Cymatics loops, and I'll give you my actual screen now. So I started off with I knew I wanted to make more than one beat, like two different ideas, because there were so many different things you could do with these cymatic loops. So I found a really cool MIDI chord selection that they gave you, and that was another thing that I really appreciated, that they give you full MIDI sections, and I just plugged it in with one of my labs. So shout out to Labs, and that's how I came up with this melody here. Now I did move around the chords. I did add other notes. So this wasn't exactly like the Cymatics MIDI, but I basically sourced it. After that, I just added some horns. Sorry, my throat's a bit dry, y'all. These are my, sexy Sunday horns. Shout out Labs once again. And then I had to back that up with another marimba. And this is the lower note, just to, hold it all together. Now, when we moved on to the drums, that was something else I wanted to do, but I knew I wanted to have some type of vocal sample in there. So I've just gotten around to sampling a lot of just random vocal stuff, like just not trying to find anything cool, just trying to find noise that sounds good. And I found this like dad playing with his kid on YouTube, just like a random video. I hope the guy doesn't sue me if he ever figures out. But it's really just a random obscure video on YouTube. And I changed the I pitch shifted it so it sounded a little bit lower.
That's how it works.
And that kind of gave me, a fun little riff to play with. So let's talk about drums a little bit. Here's another Cymatics loop. This is the only Cymatics drum loop that I used in this beat. And I didn't want to make this you know, an Afro chill beat or whatever, you know, Caribbean beat. But after I heard that one, I was like, this kind of feels like it would sound kind of cool if we added some drums. So I did that. Then just a nice little snare. And that was really fun. And when I added that with the Cymatics loop, I didn't even tell you which loop I used. Sorry, y'all. It was the Utopia loop, 128 BPMs. My bad. And that was the MIDI. So the MIDI came from Utopia, and then the drum loop was from pop percussion loop. So the pop percussion loop and the Utopia MIDI is what I took from Cymatics. And I used that MIDI in the trumpet and the lower marimba as well. So I reinterpreted it in the other instruments. And that's the fun thing about MIDI, is that you can, you know, do that type of stuff. So I had my little drum beat and I was having fun with it. Oh, and this is something that's interesting. So this was the one little flex I kind of did. So I just wanted to create, like, you know, at least like a lot of bars of variety for the woodblock. So I kind of wanted to sound really cool. So I mess around with the velocity. I mess around with just the pattern. I just try to keep it as random as possible. And it sounds kind of cool when you play it with the drums. And that really takes me back to like what, you know, African just drums, and just like the natural way a drummer would kind of just beat the drum, and that just felt really good to me. So that was there, and I was like, you know what, man, I just wanted to keep going. So I know I got kind of crazy and just did like a random little house beat at the end, but yeah, I kind of felt like it, so I went weird with it. So I kept the wood block and the vocal together just to kind of carry us over into the second portion of the beat. And yeah, I just kind of built a house beat, one like drum pattern at a time, I guess. Oh, right. I should talk about the melody. So this reminds me of something kind of like from that old electronic band Prodigy or something like that. It was like one of those like, or Chemical Brothers type of samples, and this was another Cymatics one. So let me pay homage to the Cymatics, Lord Cymatic. There's some like, he's some big like transformer looking dude who makes like beat loops for people. Yeah, so I'm trying to find the name of the Cymatics loop that I use, but I can't. I renamed the file, so oh, here we go. Yeah, this is also Utopia's. Wow, it's the base for Utopia. So I pulled all these from Utopia. So ironically, that marimba and this synth, these synth sounds are from the same exact Cymatics pack. So they're supposed to go together. And originally I had these together, and then they sounded so different. I was like, I'm gonna separate them. So that's what kind of led to me making two different beats. And yeah, it just sounded like a fun little Prodigy joint. And all praise Lord Cymatic. And I just barrel rolled into the house beat. Just, you know, some boots and pants. Well, I'm more like 3 boots and 1 pants. You know, build the hype up. And then I threw it all together at the end, and then I brought the woodblock back just to tie it together. So it's kind of a lot of chaotic things going on at once, but it felt fun, and yeah. Thank you, Lord Cymatics. So now I'm gonna pass the mic back to my brethren and them.
Yo. Yo.
DJ Piso
Yo.
in the
Bam, bam,
house.
bam, bam, bam,
Yeah, man.
bam.
Yeah, I think that you really showed an interesting side of yourself with this one. With the flip, I think you first off you went kind of like into that lane you like, you know what I'm saying? You like that reggae slash Afrobeat slash island vibe already. You know what I mean? That's already a thing. But to take it into the house side of things where you also thrive, I think that this beat kind of like landed in your wheelhouse so that you could just dominate the track. I like it.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I like it,
Appreciate
man.
that.
And the when you flipped it, the sample that you used with synth, the down, 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 down. Is that the straight sample, or is that
No, I chopped it.
okay?
So I chopped it and rearranged it.
And
Yeah.
you
But
spit for the melody for that the beginning melody. That sounds
no,
crazy.
that was Cymatics.
That was Cymatics.
It was Cymatics MIDI. It was a MIDI file.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's dope.
I didn't even see. I skipped past that. I don't even really import.
Yeah, I mean,
MIDI
you know,
files
for
like
me, the MIDI files helped me a lot because it's like free chords, and then I can chop the chords around or just move the notes around and then
Yeah.
add notes in between.
Yeah.
And you know,
What?
but
Go ahead.
no, I was like, I didn't want to deviate too much from the original MIDI notes, so I kind of kept them the same, but I did move them around a lot.
What inspired you to go find some random YouTube dude playing with his father?
Because I didn't want anything that was like, you know, you get copyright or whatever, and then also, I couldn't find anything that worked, and then I was like, you know what? Let me just sample something random. Let me just find the most random thing to sample and see if I can just get some cool sound bites.
Yeah.
And that's seems like to be working because a lot of things that I was finding had music. You know, if you try to just find random things, there's too much background noise or whatever. I needed something, you know, just some kind of chatter or something cool.
Yeah.
Vocally. So yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Amazing.
Dope,
Oh,
bro.
thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate it. Appreciate the love, y'all.
All right. Well, this is fun. So I'm gonna submit mine. Who else is gonna submit theirs? Raise your hand.
Say I. I will.
I am going to submit something.
I don't know about this beat, but you know, I'm going to give myself 24 hours.
We should all do it. Let's do it. We got to submit.
So here's the thing. We got until the 12th. I feel like I'm going to...
He's going to make like 15 more beats. He's going to have like 15 more beats between today and the due date. That's what he's trying to say.
It's true.
So
I don't know.
I feel like, huh?
I don't know how to make beats that with ease level of.
He's a machine, dude.
Yeah.
I just enjoy
output,
taking stuff apart. Like I think that I don't know, but I feel like I like this one. But the reason I was telling Grimace this earlier, I don't feel like I've manipulated enough of what they gave me to enter it in the challenge. I feel like the part of the challenge is how well can you use what we gave you and make it your own. So I feel like I didn't use any of their actual sounds. I just used the vocal part. So I feel like I want to do a beat that shows how well I can sample their stuff, which I didn't do on this beat. So that's kind of why I'm like, you know, I use the vocal sample, but I built the beat around the vocal sample.
Yeah.
That may be great for somebody, but for a challenge where you want me to use your stuff, I feel like I should probably incorporate more of your stuff.
Yeah.
So let's talk about what we're doing this week, because this is going to be interesting, right? This is going to be another week where we are not spinning the wheel. And I don't know if everybody's on the same page, or if we all agreed, but we are in the middle of putting together beats for a beat tape. So 3BL is going to actually have a project coming out pretty soon with somewhat chill, somewhat not chill beats.
There was a requested challenge that came in.
Oh, here we go.
But it's going to be difficult for us to actually
request a challenge.
It was a requested challenge by a super fan. We have a super fan. So Kareem Fisher is a super fan. I won't say who that person is, but Kareem Fisher is a super fan. She watches every episode, and so she has a challenge for us. It's my mom. All right, fine, it's my mom.
Spill the beans, dude.
But I can't even hold the beans. That's why I can't talk. I suck at gift giving. I'd be like, oh, I got you something. I can't wait till Christmas. 20 minutes later. Okay, all right, open it. It's July. All right, so she wants us to sample Curtis Mayfield, which I think will be a very difficult thing to do.
Yeah.
If we let the sample be known here. So I think that within itself is a challenge.
What do you mean let the sample be known?
So we'll get completely shut down. Curtis Mayfield is one of the most recognizable sample people ever. So we will.
The challenge is to hide the challenge, hide the sample.
The challenge is to hide the sample, so it don't even go on the radar. We don't even got to play the song it came from. We just name the song it came from.
Here we go.
So I think that's a dope challenge, and that's a way we can do it without getting tagged and hit. Because for monetization purposes, we don't want people to, flag our channel or whatever.
Yeah,
now, we're not monetized yet. Once you click subscribe and that bell, we will become monetized, and you will help us get there. So we appreciate you. So the next challenge is two challenges: one, sample Curtis Mayfield, and two, sample it well enough to where you can't tell where the sample's from. So that, my friends, I believe can be our challenge for next week. And we'll talk about how we can incorporate those into the playlist as well.
Yeah, at the end of the day, if that's gonna be the challenge, then if we make them in a style of the beat tape that we're trying to make, then it all makes sense, right?
Let's do it. So I'm down with that. Anybody against that challenge?
Does Curtis Mayfield have a demo tape?
Can we sample somebody else singing like a Curtis Mayfield song?
I don't think that would work. Like it's a direct sample of Curtis Mayfield. Yeah, I don't. And I think the problem would be, even though it's somebody else singing Curtis Mayfield, they had to get the license from Curtis Mayfield, which means we're still sampling Curtis Mayfield. Yeah. It's still gonna get tagged. You know what I'm saying? Still gonna get tagged. And I think anything with vocals in it is even gonna be more recognizable unless you like chop one word out. So that's the difficult part. Like it's almost like a micro sampling, but not really micro sampling. Like we gotta really be smart about how we sample this, but that's the challenge for this week. Like that's the challenge of this week. So anybody against that?
Nope.
No, I'm not against it. A challenge.
Okay. I expected that answer, because who wants to cower to a challenge live on YouTube, right? I'm scared of that.
You coward.
So yeah, but I appreciate our super fan, our anonymous super fan, showing love,
not anonymous,
not anymore.
showing love and definitely suggesting things that we could do. Ironically, she suggested that we do a commercial, music for commercials, the week before we had the commercial one coming up. So
wow,
kind of dope.
Wow.
I think she's a psychic as well. So
she foresaw it.
Yeah, she was like, "I should do music for some commercials." I said, "Oh, that's the challenge for this week."
We should have a rule too that whenever any of our mothers suggest a challenge, that it has to happen.
Oh man, bro,
you know what I mean?
I don't even know why you said that.
Son.
It just has to happen. Like you can't you can't say no.
Oh my god, dude.
It all depends though, because sometimes they say stuff that be a little bit,
bro. I already know what my mother gonna want me to sample. I'm be like, no.
Sample the ice cream truck, baby.
Sample. You know what she gonna make me sample.
No, what?
Oh my
gosh, not that. Not major. They're gonna make you
Colonel.
The Colonel, right? Yeah,
Colonel, dude.
Oh my goodness. All right. You know what?
Colonel, bro.
I think we should just put that on the list anyway. But this was a dope week, man. I think everybody came with some fire.
Yes.
I like this week. I'm very excited about it, and I do think that we do have 4 more days. Well, we have 3 more days technically. Submission is at on the 12th at noon. If you haven't done your challenge and you're watching, please, please, please do a Cymatics challenge. Go to the
Yes.
website, it's cymatics.fm. Click the button that says Beat Contest, and then download the Zodiac pack. It don't cost you anything, and you could be entered to win. It's valued almost at $10,000 worth of stuff, and you're set for like a long time with production equipment and software. So and hardware. You get a computer, you get money, you get software, you get all of the Cymatics kits and loops on a 2 terabyte drive that then you can take that off of the drive and then use the drive. So yeah, I'm just saying you got a lot of stuff. So I mean, it costs you nothing to do. I say do it. We're all going to enter, and yeah. So thanks for tuning in this week. This was a longer episode, but I hope we have fun. Yes. And please let us know what you think about the spinning of the wheel in between. That's kind of fun for us because it gives us a little bit of suspense. So yeah. Anybody got any last words for the people?
Follow us.
Follow.
Here we go. Interact. We're pretty, we will respond pretty quickly.
Right.
Follow.
Yeah. Even though we have 100,000 followers already, you are important to us, and we will follow and reply to your comment.
Yes. Hit the like and subscribe.
I'm saying that for all the people who are gonna watch it after we get 100,000 subscribers. Just want them to know we care about them too. So
there we go.
Psychic
all right,
powers.
y'all. Well, it's a great night. Everybody be safe. Make sure you're doing something creative that you love to do, and follow your passion and follow your dreams.